Hi, good morning, good day, wherever you are. This is our global webinar series, Real-Time Daily Trading Ideas. We have 5 days a week, 5 different traders. We will speak about trading ideas, strategies, market screening, maybe 1 or 2 questions from your side, directly answered in our webinar. Our goal is quick and smart like every day, so let's have a nice start like every day. And today it's Wednesday, 16th of January 2019. Welcome to Admiral Markets. We will start like every day with our disclaimer. Trading with financial instruments offered by Admiral Markets carries a high level of risk, which is not suitable for all investors due to their complex nature. If you are a starter, please start with a demo account and make yourself familiar with long trading, short trading, leverage trading, and your personal risk management. If you'd like to read the full risk disclaimer, just visit one of our web pages, for example, admiralmarkets.com, and you will find the long version there. If you are in the European Union, you will still like to see and read more about the topic of the year 2018 and maybe still topic of the year 2019, the regulation between retail clients and professional clients. Also them you will find on our web pages. Sometimes the picture shows more than 1,000 words. 2 prominent examples. The margin requirements could be quite different. DAX 30 and Eurodollar examples compared retail clients and professional clients margin requirements. If you are a professional trader and you like to get the professional client status, if you are eligible, you can apply for it online. Retail clients still have a big benefit. It's called unlimited protection against negative balances. What professional clients in the European Union don't get via regulation. But some brokers and of course also Admiral Markets UK offer something additional. It's called negative balance protection policy. According to the policy, professional clients are protected up to 50,000 British pounds, what is around about 70,000 euro. All details, how to apply and many, many more online, just visit our webpage. This is me. My name is Jens, my English made in Germany, but I'm not the main speaker. The main speaker is the day trader of today. This is our scheme. On Monday, it's Jay's day. On Tuesday, it's Paul's day. Like today, on Wednesday, it's Giancarlo's day. Thursday, Marcus' day. Friday, DX day. Our leading day traders live every business day, every trading day to the same time. And of course, if you'd like to trade Forex and CFDs, many benefits only available with us. DAX 30, double spread of just 0.8 points. Euro-dollar, 0.6 pips typical. No additional commission. Check it out on admiralmarkets.com. Also, we are a global broker, one world global offers. Yes, the choice is yours. You can go online and check out what we are doing in Chile, what we are doing in the European Union, or what we are doing in Australia. Everything available online. Compare the offer if you like to do so. Enough from my side. Now it's time for Giancarlo. Good morning, good day, Giancarlo. What's your view to the markets today?
Good morning, gents. Good morning, traders. Yesterday night, as we know, we have the English debate about Brexit, as widely expected by bookmakers. The British Parliament has rejected the agreement on Brexit that the Prime Minister Theresa May reached with the European Union in last November. The vote was against were 432, those favorable only 202. It's a great, one of the best defeat for a British government from 20s. And now we are to see several contradictory scenario, as in the same time was very contradictory what the majority received of English government received yesterday night. Of course, we know that from today until Friday the debate continues, and we know we have to speak just a moment about the risk opportunity on the pound. For all traders who want to speculate on the pound, certainly we have a great interesting phase, but in the same time you have to understand that every little news or a policy or a decision or a statement can trigger sudden movement in both directions, or long or short. You know that it's complicated to trade in these cases. I will show, of course, today my idea about pound dollar and pound yen, but I would like to recommend to maintain a lot of attention and, if possible, trade after after Friday, of course, because I think that it's very complicated to reach some agreement after what happened yesterday into the British Parliament. I know that Theresa May is very strong girl like Thatcher, but the situation is very complicated for the future of England. I think that at the end they will reach some agreement, but until the end of March we will assist a high volatility into the pound. Just to remember today, some important news. We have assisted the good inflation rate in Germany, but the gross domestic product present see signs of weakness. And this afternoon, we don't have many important news, but of course, we will take a look at oil due to the presence of crude oil stock change. And we maintain our focus about the event of Brexit. As I said before, I'm going to start with the pound dollar. Yesterday night, we have assisted at something typical that traders call buy on the news, sell on the rumors. It means that we know that yesterday we have bad news, but the pound going up and not going down. I can give you some explanation about this, because the pair continues to dry lower, of course, and unless we have some miraculous agreement this week, that could be a completely shock. But I think that the trader covering short position against the British pound due to the fear and the great confusion that the debate created yesterday. So we, as you can see, we have touched. We are very near our resistance here in 1.2909. And you can understand how it's important, because if we break out, we have a break of this zone, we can start a good uptrend with first target in 1.2941 and the next section 1.30. In the same time, we can have at least a pullback from this point, depending on what happened today. And if the pound touch this support here in 1.2812, we can start a new downtrend. And in any case, the pound try to reach a zone between 1.27757 and 1.27. In an event, if we will go down this level, it's logical that the bearish pressure will be more strong and we start a new downtrend. In this case, remember that the zone of 1.24, 1.25 is a monthly support, because you can just to take a look with the last Brexit. You can understand that maybe here they can start an accumulation, but if we going down this zone, I think it's a little difficult. But in case you can start to open down bearish short position. So first target 1.22 and in extension 1.20, 1.19. Sorry. Now I would like to speak about pound yen, because we are near a very important zone. Just a technical view, because it's interesting the accumulation. I just to analyze this week, because we are very near the psychological zone of 130. I have had some new smart money level, because it's important to understand what we can do with this pair in case we have a strong breakout of this psychological zone. We can arrive rapidly at least at 200 single moving average, but our objective, our target could be the reach of 142. we are speaking about a great quantity of pips. So take a look if the price break this level. In the same time, all this on it's our range, and the support, the strong support remain between 138 and 137. If we are going down this zone, I strongly suggest to take a look for short position, because the range is very wide, and we can take at least 200, 300 points. Now we are going to take a look. Of course, we are continuing with Forex, and I would like to speak with the euro, because the dovish attitude of the last speech of Mr. Mario Draghi helped to going down the euro dollar. I repeated the situation of what happened in the last week. The zone of the strong breakout of 1.1378 gave a good uptrend, but was denegating practically the day after. So now it's very interesting to understand which is the future of euro, because we are in the complicated situation, because understand that in these weeks we have a lack of volume but not lack of news, and here we would like to understand not only the Italian situation, but the weakness of German economy. It's a problem, and of course if the European has a lot of fear, because they don't understand if it's what happened when the tapering starts in the last part of the year. For now, we can say that the technical level, most important, the support zone remain between 1.3660 and 1.1334. Until we remain up this level, we can have continuous probability of new uptrend, but understand that here we have a buying climax that is a pattern of inversion, of reversal. So in this case, I remain to wait at least a region of pair here to open some buy position. In case the price going down this level, in this case I will open the short position. My idea that in case we are going up down this level and we can break this zone, we can start a new downtrend. First target in 1.12, and in extension we can arrive between 1.1050 1.11. So we have to wait the end of this very choppy range, and we can have some directionality. Now let me say something about Australian dollar, because in this last day we have very important news about the China stimulus both in the fiscal side and in investment side. These news help a lot Australian dollar, that, as you know, depend a lot from China activity, and we know that we have the great possibility to have a new uptrend. But in this moment, it's important to understand that OC depend of course of USA-China trade relation, and of course we don't have any important news about this trade war, and in this case we can the movement of pair strictly depend from what China do. Of course this is a good news, but if China do this take this election, you have to understand that China is very worried about the consequence of this war. So for now we remain of idea that here we have a great sign of possible reversal. If in case the price remain in this zone between 0.7199 and 0.71, we use this area to find some buy point. We have a great probability to return here and in extension in this level 0.7344. For short side, I strongly recommend to do something only if the price going down this area, but at the same time you have to see a lot of acceleration. I would like to take a look rapidly to USA at loonie, Canadian dollar. Here we can say that trade take profit, and now we have to understand if we have a new accumulation process. Of course, all depend on price oil and what OPEC decided because the Canadian economy depends a lot from export of oil. Below this level, you can start down to find some short opportunity with first target in 1.3083. But for long, I would like to suggest to wait a little this level. Of course, we are speaking about a trade of 50-60 point. Could be interesting for the rest of week. Now, rapidly, we are going to speak about Standard & Poor, DAX, and we will finish with oil and gold. Standard & Poor, we know maintain the bullish attitude. We are a very, very important zone because I repeat, we all this zone between 2,575 until this red line here in 623 remain a very resistant zone. They try to attack due to a great problem we have for shutdown in USA, but the situation remains bullish. What we have to do these days, if we have the, I think that is possible that we touch this resistance, and in case we have a strong breakout, we can start a new downtrend of 30-40 points. My idea is that we can reach this zone here in 663. For short side, I strongly recommend to understand if the 600 zone was lost. This is a psychological zone, and below 575 we can start a new downtrend. In this case, we have at least 20-30 points of possible profit. For DAX for today, it's a very choppy day, but it's interesting how the price fulfill this zone of 10,936. Is a very important resistance zone, as we know, correspond at our market zone, but they don't break out with intensity. So I would like to understand if it's possible to break this 1,000 point in next day to have the possibility of new uptrend until this zone. In 15 minutes, we can suggest some buy position. I strongly recommend to try some buy position only up this level of 936. In this case, our idea is to reach at least this zone at an extension, reach this level of 11,021.31, and the stop, of course, will maintain below this level, but it's very large. In case maintain a stop of 30 points is correct. In the same time of bullish side, I strongly recommend to see what's happening in this zone, but in case we are going below this level, we can have a very, very strong bullish acceleration. First target will be here, and in extension we can arrive in at least end this zone. The stop, of course, will remain up 880. If this position could realize today, you can use this level for all the week. In the same time, remember that all this coin will be very useful to use in case to use like for a reversal if the price don't break this level. I finish with take a look at oil. We know that all depends on what happened with OPEC and the China stimulus help. This, of course, we can define, of course, just a pullback. Build up this zone of 52.58. we have a great possibility of new uptrend, and my idea is that it's very possible to reach this zone between 53.81, 54.74. At the same time, I strongly recommend to see to open some short opportunity only if the price going below $50, and in particular 49.82. This case, we can reach this level of 48.50, 15, and in extension 47. For gold, remain of course with the bullish aptitude, dovish aptitude of Fed that give a great push of to going down the dollar. But I would like to remind that the price now has to remain up 1,284 to maintain the presence of buyers. Below this level is possible to reach this level of 279, and in extension we can arrive between 275 268. Below this zone we have to stop with the long position, because we have to understand if we have a reversal. In case the price remain up this level and break the zone of 295, we are going to start a new uptrend, and we would like to reach not only 1,300 points, but we would like to arrive here. This is very, very important resistance, because up this level you can understand that we have a great space to reach at least this level, and in extension for the rest of the year we can arrive at $1,400. I have finished for today. Thank you very much for your attention. Have a good week and good trading for all.
Thank you, Giancarlo. 5 days a week, 5 different traders. Tomorrow is another day trader. So if you like the series, join us more than one day, every day, same place, same time. And if your time don't allow you to join us every day, in a couple of hours later, usually all our webinars are recorded and put to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/AdmiralMarketsFX. Thanks a lot. All the time, best trades. Greetings from Berlin office. Bye-bye.